Okay, a very brief rundown of using SketchUp, how to get it, just kind of getting started. And there are far better tutorials than this out there that I would definitely recommend checking out on your own time, but just kind of to get you started. Um, I work ordered it, and it is one of the approved um, apps that you guys can have now. So you're going to want to go to your self-service, sign in, um, and then applications, and I've already added it, so mine's not in here anymore, but it'll be towards the bottom. Right there, SketchUp, click install, and like I said, I've already done mine. Um, you'll click install, it'll tell you up here that it's loading it, and then it uploads pretty fast. Give it a minute and then swipe over and it should be in your apps. So open it up, and mine looks different than your guys's again because I've already kind of got started. I believe it's going to ask you to choose a default layout on this screen, and I'll show you in class which one to pick. I can't remember because it's been a while since I added it, and you're just going to click start using. Okay. It should look like this. I hope it doesn't give you guys a newer version than I have because that'll make things kind of confusing. First thing you're going to do is go to Camera, Standard Views, and for this, we'll do some in the other views. For this, we're going to do ISO. Okay? And then hopefully this looks kind of familiar from our hand drafting with your Y, your X, and your Z. Alright? And to start, I just want to make a board. Alright? And you get either 2 foot of lumber if you're working by yourself or 4 foot if you're working with a partner. So we'll just start by making our board. I'm going to click the pencil. I'm going to click on the origin, and it should snap to the origin. Okay, it gives me that yellow circle. I'm going to click on the origin. I'm going to tell it which direction I want it to go. Hold on, I moved my thing down to where you guys can't see something that you need to see. Down here where it says length, I'm always just going to type the length that I want in that corner. Okay? So I'm going to click there we go. I'm going to click the pencil, click on the origin, and then you have, let's say I'm doing it with a partner and I have 4 feet. I'm going to type 4 feet, and it automatically comes up down here. Okay, now I lost it. I'm on the axis I want to be. I'm going to type 4 feet, and that line is 4 feet now. Okay, that's how much board I get. Now I'm basically making my board. We use 1x10 lumber, so 1x10 lumber will actually be 9.25 inches, not feet. Enter. And then I'm going to come back 4 feet, and it should do that. It should snap to what it thinks you want it to be, and that is what I want it to be. So I'm going to draw that out. Okay? Anytime you just want to get out of whatever you're doing, you just need out. Just click escape. Alright? And then this button, zoom extents, that's just going to zoom me into the full screen of what I've just drawn. 2-finger scroll zooms in and out. Alright, now I need to give, oh, and this button right here, pans. you can look around. Actually, I think it's called orbit. Yep, orbit or pan. Now I need to give my board a depth. The depth of a 1 by 10, or the depth of a 1 by anything, is 3/4 of an inch. I want to go till I get that green line. That's telling me that I'm on my z-axis. Okay, so just drag back a little bit to where you're on your z. 0.75 inches. Enter. And that gave me my depth. I need to go same width. 4 feet. 4 feet. Enter. Snap. Come back to this corner. I'm down 9.25. Enter. Snap to that corner. And that looks like that's my board. Okay. But actually, I didn't do one corner. And I guess you don't really have to do this, but it just bugs me really bad to not have that there. So I'm going to fill it out. 4 feet. And now I can't get up to that corner I want to. I can click zoom extents and it'll keep my pencil up for me. And I still can't really see it how I want to. That's where I need to go to. So I'm going to orbit up to it. Pencil, click, and then I've got everything but that last one, and then that should make it a solid object from every side. Okay, and you can look at it, and it is that. Okay, now I'm really ready to start picking out pieces. So this is 3 or 4 steps ahead of where you guys are now. That's my board. I need to start putting where I'm going to cut stuff, where I'm going to put my pieces. Just to practice, I'm just going to do the footstool that we just did. And I'm going to do the numbers out of my head as best as I can remember. I don't have it here in front of me right now. But one of your rules is 1/2 inch in between everything. So to start, I'm just going to click tape measure. This dude. Jump to this corner. Come in. Make sure you're on snapping on that axis. Come in 0.5 inches. Okay, and that gave me a guide point. Okay, you can see my tape snaps to it, and it says guide point. That's in 1/2 inch. All right, and then I'm going to, these guide points that you're doing with your tape measure, we go back and erase them. So you can use as many of them as you need to just kind of put stuff where you want it to go and then go back and erase them later. The first thing we put was our stool top. And again, I'm kind of freestyling on these numbers. It was 28 squares. Square is 1/4 of an inch, so it was like 6.5 inches. So notice I switched back to my pencil. I'm going to come up on that guideline that I just made. 6.5 inches. Bam. Okay, so that filled in that line. Then I'm going to come over, I want to say 30 squares. No, it's 38 squares, so that would be 9.5 inches. 9.5 inches. And then I'm going to take that on down. That's pretty much what I had for the outside of my stool top, minus where I was doing my drill holes. Okay, I'm going to jump, I hit click to escape, and jump back to my tape measure. I need to leave another 1/2 inch in between where I'm going to put my next piece. That gave me that guide point. I'm going to take my guide point on up, just because, just basically to have something to work with. And I'm going to put my stool legs on here. And they were 18 squares, which would be, a square is 1/4 of an inch. That'd be 4.5 inches tall. So I'm coming up 4.5 inches, enter. It gave me a guide point right there. That would be the top of my leg. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to come over. Those were, I believe, 6 inches wide. Click, bring that down. And it doesn't really matter if we're making the perfect measurements we used on our footstools. Basically, just kind of want you guys to see how to use the program. And then I was, on the top of my stool legs, I was in 8 squares, which would be 2 inches. 2 inches. And that's not right. Something's not right. I'm going to delete that guide point. So to delete a guide point, I'm going to click on the arrow till it turns yellow. 2-finger click erase. I'm going to come in just an inch. It'll look better. 1 inch, 1 inch, click. Other side, 1 inch, click. Jump back to my pencil. There to there. Escape, because I don't want to draw a line from here anymore. So ESC, escape. Top to bottom, escape. Fill in the tops. And then the bottom of my stool legs, those were 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches. And I know this isn't how our stools were. We're going to go with it. And then this height on the top of our stools was 2 inches. So I'm going to tape measure down. It actually just snapped to 2 inches for me. So I'll take it, escape, because I want to get back to my pencil. From the middle, I'm going to go out both ways. That didn't look right. Yep, it's on the axis. Escape, and then basically I just need to clean it up. So I'm going to go to my arrow. I'm going to zoom in just because. Click the line segments that I want to delete. Sometimes you got to zoom in, out, here, there, everywhere to where it'll give you the line that you're trying to erase. And I'm going to go ahead and delete the reference lines that I used. Okay, I'm going to go zoom extents just to get back to home base. And then and then I already put that other stool leg there and my strips, just kind of showing you guys what to use. And then these need to be the plans that you could give to a 6th grade student and they could build this project. So to do that, they're going to need dimensions. And we'll probably talk about that more in depth later in class or in another video. But just to get you started, you're going to go Tools, Dimensions. And this command key always kind of tells you what's up. It says select an edge, curve, or 2 points to dimension. So I want to tell the 6th grader that this piece is 9.5 wide. So I click that end, and then drag out where I want the dimension to be. And it gave it to me. And it's 6.5 tall. Actually, I should put that dimension out here. There to there. Bam. Zoom extents. Okay. The very basics of SketchUp.